Reminiscing, it got me thinking. I think in the past too much. Nostalgia used as a crutch, cause the memories hold me up. But a memory gets you stuck. I was moving through the illusions and slithering through the front. They want to hold down the crown. But what's going on, man? Y'all miss me? What's happening? What's good with it? Another day, another $1 million conversation. You know the vibes. It's your boy Marcus B. I'm back in the building. We took the last week off of that straight. I'm right back at it. You know what I'm saying? My boy Moo is in here with me today, man. Whole lot of gems in this conversation, per usual. You know what I'm saying? If you knew better, do better. The movement, we pushing that heavy. You know what I'm saying? Tap in with my boy at Luxury Toyota. He'll sell you a car straight off personality. You did what I'm saying? Still Up, the album, all platforms. Tap in. It's up 1,000 with me. You already know. Let's get straight into it. Like, comment, subscribe, all that, man. You don't want to miss this. I got a lot planned for y'all. You dig? Freestyle Friday special announcement. Freestyle Friday is coming. Season 2. Instagram, YouTube. You know the vibes. Tap in. You know the links. You know where they at. Let's go.
That's
Yo, what's up, bro?
good with you, man.
Nothing much, man. What's going on?
And that much, you can hear me good and all that.
Yeah, I'm kind of outside by the water, but it's all good.
You straight, man. Listen, I told you I had to put it together, man. I had
What's
to put
going
it
on?
morning, bro. I got the
Come on,
hat
man.
on. I ain't get a chance to shave my head, bro. So I'm gonna throw the hat on for for
Hey,
the
look, I'm a little rough right now, but look, my vacation just started, man. I'm feeling good. You feel me? Like,
third.
take some time off. This is perfect time. So I had to take you up on the opportunity, man.
No, for sure. Hey, before we even start, I appreciate you for even wanting to come up here. You know what I'm saying, and build on this
Yes,
new
sir.
thing I'm doing. You know what I'm saying. I'm gonna let the people know, man. We only talked like one time off air. Guys texting it, and the vibe was right. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
Hey, I'm
sir.
went to this. You feel me? So yeah, let's go ahead and jump right into it. I always started off this way. I got the album with my brother RJ Banks still up on all platforms. So during this, I call it this time in history because I don't know what else to call it. You know what I'm
There you
saying?
go.
What you doing to stay up right now, man?
And this time, you know, first and foremost, like, I don't know, a lot of people might not be religious or whatever, but I just feel like if you don't believe in a certain God, I mean, I feel like you gotta believe in some type of higher power. Cause I feel like at this point, that's the only thing you can turn to in this time and moment, and your peers and your family, and in this time right now, I feel like if you didn't take anything from it, I feel like the one thing you should have took from what's going on right now is how important family is. Like God and family, like family is already means everything to me, but just alone for what's been going on these like I want to say 5 months, past 5 months,
Seem like
it brought me a lot closer to family and my close friends that I consider family and closer to God, just praying a lot, staying focused, just motivating myself, because, and picking up on a lot of different, skills, things like that. Like I just been
yeah.
trying to be productive, you know what I'm saying? Versus counterproductive, pretty much. Hey, Miss Hill.
See in the
What's
building
going on? Yeah, man, like just spending that quality time with my loved ones, my family, my girl,
for
you know,
sure. Same way,
for
same.
real, like
I'm running late now. You feel me?
for real, man.
No, for real. But in the time, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, we only talked one time, maybe 10 minutes. But one thing that like you was consistent on saying, which was super important to me, you know what I'm saying, was
Hmm.
the importance of sharing information. So,
Exactly.
you know what I'm saying? I wanted you to elaborate on that, just why that's so important to you. Because like I said, yeah, we gotta share this information. And I'm like, yo, that's
I
how I'm
got you.
all the time. Everybody don't say that. Some people want to keep that to themselves, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, I'm glad you mentioned that. So we had a nice talk about that too.
For sure. It
So
was like
what?
10 minutes. Like, bro, we can
But it's
podcast.
all good. It was we got plenty gems out of it. Like, but okay, so what I mean by that, trading information and sharing, and trading knowledge, is pretty much all right. All right, think about it this way. You see how what's going on? It's 2020. A
Yeah,
lot of people think social media and everything like that is like the biggest known factor of communication. But
yeah,
to be honest, still to this day, like before Christ and everything, the number one form of communication is word of mouth.
for
So you know what I'm
sure.
saying? So if we sitting right here and we talking, um, we talking about what's going on with this and that, you know, we're able to relay that faster than it would take for you send me a message and I gotta read it, you know, or you calling me, you gotta wait for me to answer if I'm by the
Yeah,
phone. But if we face to face, we already locked in. Boom, 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 boom. Next thing you know, you got 3 different connections coming your way. I got 3 different connections coming my way. That's what I mean by sharing and gathering information and trading knowledge to people. That's, I feel like, especially in our, you know, community, the
yeah, for
black
sure.
community, any type of community, is all about trading knowledge and recirculating that. I feel like that aspect needs to get stronger in our communities, and that's something I'm 100% down for trying to implement that into our communities. Yep.
I feel that, especially what you said with social media, because to me, I always say social media and
Yeah.
text, there's no tone in that message. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You're not gonna feel what I'm saying or know the severity of it, or you might take something
Exactly.
away because I'm typing it to you and you don't know what the vibe is I'm giving off. You just reading it, taking it your own way. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So,
That's big facts.
you
And
know, my research before we come up here, and I went on your gram and I seen you do like these motivational videos. You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? Get in the hashtag for sure, which is the name of the episode. If you knew better, do better. So I
Yes,
want to
sir.
jump on that right now. You know what I'm saying? I know it means
Okay.
more than the hashtag. It's a movement. I see it everywhere. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
see it in the bio. I'm like, okay, he pushing this. That's why I push that, and that's
So,
a good saying. You know what I mean?
all right. So pretty much, I'm just to be honest with you. It was about 3 years ago when I really even started, you know, doing this, like pushing it. You know, I was going to this university out there in Charlotte, Johnson Wales University. Shout out to any of my tuners that they went
What?
there. But um, and I ended up coming back home, had some things going on, had to make some things shake. I ended up coming back home, and I came back home. I was a little discouraged because of how I had to leave there and everything. But I told myself, man, I'm like, I gotta make some shake. If I'm coming back home, I gotta put the staple in. I gotta put the work in. And, just grind it out and just find whatever my niche is that I want to do. So a couple months went past. I'm like, I wasn't where I wasn't heading in the right direction where I wanted to be. So I was like, come on, Moo. Like, I'm just talking to myself. I'm like, man, if you knew better, do better. Like,
Yeah,
so one morning I got up and started jogging. Like, as I'm jogging, like literally, I just pulled out my phone. You know what I'm saying? I start recording. I'm like, I'm just jogging. I'm letting people know. Like that day that I did that, I'm letting them know. Like from here on out, I'm doing everything I can to not only better myself, but empower others around me. You know what I'm saying? And just all over if I can. So that's
yeah,
when I started the movement. If you knew better, do better. And it's as simple as that. Like, you know how some people say, if you knew better, you would do better. But I cut out all the playing around and just capped it as, if you knew better, do better. Like, it's no I would do better, I could do better. Just do it. Just like Nike, just do it. You feel me? That's why I came up with, if you knew better, do better. Just it's no ifs, ands, or buts. You just got to put it into action and work. You know what I'm saying? That's how I came up with that. And from that, I started, really honing in on how I could um, capitalize off of that movement. I got a
yeah,
lot of feedback, and basically what I want to do is just pretty much like eventually work my way to forming a youth outreach organization, like an actual youth outreach center, that type of thing, and pretty much just do all I can. I want to target the youth because I feel like they're the next generation up, and it starts with them. But it's literally whoever's open for it, I'm willing to put on board and just help build connections and just implement in our communities how we can all empower each other. You know,
yeah. That's
that's
super.
that's pretty much how all that started.
That's big, man. Especially like you
Hmm.
say, target. Me personally, I was the type of person in my younger days. I won't always like this. You feel what I'm saying? I
Yeah,
was the minimum. I don't know what the max is. We just gonna do whatever it take to get by. So it's important that we
that,
talk youth, you know what I'm saying, especially preteens and into teenage years, because the
yeah.
earlier you develop that mindset of knowing what you want to do or knowing what your max is, you know what I'm saying,
Hmm.
that's gonna help you further mentally develop, So
Knowing
that's
your why, knowing your why, like that's that. I actually was had the liberty to speak at one of my older brothers. He teaches algebra at my old high school, so he allowed me to come in as a guest speaker, and that was really like my first like public speaking segment, and
yep, yep,
that turned out pretty well. And one of the things I targeted on when I was talking to the students, I was like, one of them asked me, they was like, so how did you make it out of here? Because like a lot of people, if you know about George Wolf High School, you know it's a little rough, you know. So it was like, how did you stay focused? How did you get out of here? Like, you know, without failing or being locked up or something crazy like that. So I was like, you know what? It just stemmed from just growing up in the surroundings I grew up in and everything. And I just pretty much came around to understanding what was my why. You know what I'm saying? I told him, I said, once you figure out what is your why, nothing in this world could redirect you off of that path you're trying to go. Because think about it, if you wake up every day and you don't have no reason to go hard or nothing like that, you're going to fall into peer pressure. You're going to fall into the cracks. So the reason why I beat that, and I did a lot of crazy stuff growing up, but as I started getting into like the later years in high school, stuff like that, I just, you know, I cut all that out because I was like, my why is, you know, I want to be able to buy my mom a house one day. You know what I'm saying? That's actually one of my whys. Like, and I want to be able to, you know, provide for my family, my future family that I plan on building, that type of thing. That was my why. And also, I felt like I owed it to myself for everything that I endured growing up, that I wanted to be the epitome of, like my favorite rapper G Herbo said. He said, you can't help what you're born with, but it's on you if you die broke.
Yeah,
With that being said, it's like everybody, you can't, you know what I'm saying? You can't dictate what you was born with and what you came in the world with, but you have every right in the world to dictate what you do while you're on this earth. You know what I'm saying? So
For
that's
sure.
how that's why I say you got to know your why. That's all it comes down to. You got to know your why.
That's dope, man. That's dope for sure. Because, like I say, it definitely sometimes you need somebody to kind of point you in that direction of knowing it, because it's all kind of they're gonna hit you with everything. You know, it's gonna be
Yes,
plenty
sir.
standing in your way, like that they say in the Tupac movie. They're gonna give you all the tools to kill yourself.
Uh
Like,
huh.
they're not gonna give you the ones that's gonna help you to be financially free and create generational wealth and all these different.
Exactly.
You know,
Generational wealth. I'm glad you said that.
that's big,
Generational wealth.
man. Big.
And,
Because
and credit. People don't understand how important credit is. You know, like
that,
I was just talking about this last night. Like I feel like that's something they should teach in the schools. You should start teaching that in middle school and high school. That's why, you know, I didn't know nothing about credit. Even in college, they don't even teach you about credit.
not at all.
You know, they already expect you to know these things, but if you've never been taught that, even from your family or your friends, anybody, if you've never been taught that, that's why when you get out in the real world, you go to, and speaking of cars, y'all come shop with me at
Yep.
Loyalty Toyota.
Oh,
Come
world.
shop with me at Loyalty Toyota. Hold on, can I pin that on there? Can I pin that?
See if you can if let you do it.
Let me see if it'll let me do that. Yeah, come shop with me at Loyalty Toyota, y'all. I'm on vacation right now, so give me about a week. I'll be back and ready for action.
I'm gonna throw all that in the description for you on the YouTube jump.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate that. Let me see if I can pin it. You might have. Oh nah. Will I be able to pin that? Yeah, you might. If you can, you probably will be able to. But yeah, come shop me a Loyalty Toyota. But yeah, like I was saying, like, you know, when it comes to buying cars and everything like that, you know, a lot of people don't realize you got to have some type of established credit, because the banks and the loaners, they're not going to grant you a $20,000 loan, and you never even financed the credit card before. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a lot of people got to understand that. A lot of people got to understand that credit is very important, and we have to. That's why that's one other thing I want to do. I want to have workshops like that once a week. When I start my my outreach program, I want to have workshops once a week. I got people coming in, practicing trades. Got people coming in talking about credit, taxes, all these things. I want people to be up on game on that early, so when they get older, they can be financially intelligent. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, I'm about to tap in on that right now, because last other day we was having a conversation, me, my dad, my brother, or whatever, just about the literacy or whatever, and my brother was kind of saying, he was like, yeah, well, you know, I didn't know all these things coming up or whatever, but I'm the little brother, but I'm trying to explain to him it's taught, it's generational things, you know.
Yeah.
Pops ain't come up that way. His pops ain't come up that way. They didn't have the information then. You know what I'm saying? Completely different time. So we gotta break them generational curses. We got to give ourselves that information and pass that down to everybody after us. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not here to. I mean, it's here to be learned and to be sought for, but nobody's gonna give that to you. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Unless
Nobody's not handed out to you.
Or circle. I want the people around me, you know what I'm saying, to be people that can give me the information. That's why this show, this is really what this is, man. This is me building
Yeah,
this circle and like you say, sharing the
exactly.
information.
And I salute you, man, for doing this. Cause like this is, like I said, this is the thing we need, and especially in our local area, we need more people to do things like this because it's all about exposure. It's helping you get exposed to what you're trying to do. It helps others get exposed to what they're trying to do. We need to do this. That's why
No,
I jumped on it as soon as I even found out about it. you know.
like I said, we ain't over here talking about no rumor mills. We
Mm-mm.
ain't talking about no reality TV, none
That's
of that.
counterproductive.
It's no talking points. We didn't do, this is what we're gonna talk about. We don't do that. Everybody that come on here, we
No
just chop
gossip.
it straight up live.
No gossip. No gossip.
No. Oh,
For
but
real though. I mean, yeah, and that's why I said I took up the opportunity as soon as you displayed it to me because you know I'm all about trading knowledge, giving game. You know what I'm saying? And just being real. It don't cost you to keep it real. You know what I'm saying? It don't cost it costs 0 cents to keep it real.
so man,
Literally,
you
like
see,
you know.
just talking to you, got a lot of wisdom, and you people must
Thank
have
you,
gave
man.
you a lot too. So I want to know what's the best piece of advice somebody gave you.
Uh, the best advice somebody gave me, I got a lot of advice, man. You know, one of the biggest things I kind of advice that somebody gave me before that I could just think right off the bat was just like, you know, they told me like straight up, just like live unapologetically because I had doubters for certain things like even like with selling cars like people like yeah well if you don't sell X amount of cars and blah 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 you're not gonna make this and you're not gonna do that it's a risky business you might not get paid if you don't all this stuff I was like you know what I understand all that however I feel like I have the potential to do it you know what I'm saying and keep in mind like I said I'm 2 years in the game now. So I'm 2 years in the game. I'm the youngest salesperson at my dealership.
Oh, wow.
Well, at my dealership, and out of my whole entire automotive group that consists of 4 different stores. Right now, I believe I'm in 6th place out of all, and that's probably like 98 different salespeople. So I'm in sixth
Oh, yeah,
place.
you get
I'm not bragging or anything like that. It's just I came in with the
oh,
mindset already like I'm here to make money. I'm here to challenge myself. Every day is a challenge in the car business or any type of sales is a challenge. You're challenging yourself because you have to be creative. You have to be
it
diverse.
is.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm self motivated so much because I'm already challenging myself every day I go to work because all right, what can I do today to step closer to another car dealer? That type of thing. It's all about putting yourself in position to win. So it taught me a lot, man. It taught me a lot about listening too, and actively listening. That's the main thing it taught me about actively listening. Like, it's one thing to listen, but it's another thing to listen and apply what you comprehended. So that's what it
Sir.
taught me. It taught me a lot
Elaborate,
about that.
elaborate on active listening. That's super important.
Yes, sir. Active listening.
Man, I salute that. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody don't have that mindset. And then, like I said, when you be saying things, I be thinking the more. You say, being able to create. And I always, man, I tell everybody, I'm super big on that. When you are a creative
Yeah,
person, you have to find a way to be creative in anything that you do. You know what I'm saying? With me, I have to. If I can't find a way to be creative or some way to challenge myself, it's a
yeah.
drag. I can't
No,
do
you're right.
it.
You're 100% right. You got to get creative. It challenges the brain. It allows the brain to grow when you do things like that. Who wants to be complacent? Like I don't. Because when you become complacent, you get too comfortable. Next thing you know, somebody taking your spot. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you got to always be willing to grow and be willing to find new ways to grow. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you gotta stay motivated, man. That's one thing I'm pulling from this right now. Self motivation is
Yep.
definitely a key, and just finding your motivation and finding your why. All these things are super points that the people need to be writing down, so that when they come down,
Let
but they gonna need this stuff, they already got it. You
me
feel
turn
me?
my brightness up, man. Hold. You back? You good? Not bad. I was gonna turn my brightness up.
Are you straight? So man,
Yeah.
what's the next? What you see like yourself doing next? What's your next goal?
My next goal, I got a little project I'm working on. I can't say exactly what it is yet, but it's coming up pretty soon. Like within the next couple months is when I'm gonna implement
Yeah,
it. So, and I definitely want you to have some type of involvement in it too. So I'm gonna give you the behind the scenes details on that. But I just want
no,
everybody tuning in to be aware of that. I got something cooking up that I'm in process of doing. I'm just putting all the pieces together real quick and just getting a better. But for the near future, besides that, just pretty much being more involved, like because I want to be. I mean, well, I consider myself an inspiring motivational speaker, so I'm about to hit it hard as far as like reaching out to more people that would love for me to come speak at their events or the man. Half my
back.
phone was like out in the sun, the junk overheated, like, or it
One of
might
them
be
days, man.
we was dropping so much fire, man. We was dropping so many
Can
gems,
handle handle it. They said now, how do we have to take this down?
like it got
No,
overloaded.
what was the last point we was at? I'm trying to build off that. I forgot it that fast.
Uh, I was pretty much explaining what I got going on in the
There it
near
is. Boom,
future.
boom. You're
Like
talking
I
about
said,
come in the works and all them different things.
yeah. So like I said, I got some I'm got in place. Oh, I was talking about how you know I'm trying to hit it hard as far as like with the guest speaking and motivational speaking. So
That's
pretty
what-
much yeah, pretty much uh coming up, especially like starting in the fall and everything. I want to like the first three people that like whether it's schools, organizations, anything like that that reach out to me and allow me to do so, I'll do it for free.
yeah,
So I'll do it for free on the house, no charge or anything like that. And just kind of just coming in, just talking to children, whoever. Like I'm, I'm really going as far as like going to juvenile detention centers, everything. Like
yeah,
that's what I want to do because I feel like people forget about them. You know what I'm saying? People forget about people like that. They feel like, oh, they're already in the system, so
yeah. Try to count them
it's
out.
already too late for them. They count them out. But me, growing up around that, seeing so many of my peers like get thrown in detention centers and group homes and what I'm saying, things like that. I know how it feels to be left behind. So
Yeah,
I want to do everything in my power to let them know like you're not in this alone and it's not over yet. You know what I'm saying? It hasn't even started really. That next chapter of life. So that's really what I want to do. Like, and that's something I'm looking to do from pretty much here on out. Like, aside from anything else I do in life, that's the biggest thing I want to do.
yeah. Let's talk about. I want to talk about coming up for you. You know what I'm saying? Your environment and just what kind of, I guess, got you to this point now. Just like you say, how the kids ask you. I want to ask you kind of and get more in detail about that.
Okay. Well, pretty much, growing up, uh, come from a pretty tough background. A really solid family, a big family. Like we pretty much one of the biggest families, like around where we grew up at. I grew up in Southside Richmond. Born and raised, and it literally was what you made of it. Like I've seen anything you could think of. I've seen it. Drugs, crime, murders,
Yeah,
prostitution, everything. You get anything you think of. You go on JD, you can see anything you want to see. You know what I'm saying? Like
that's
that
where I
type of thing.
deliver at most of the time.
Jefferson Davis Highway. You go on there, you gonna see anything you can think of. But it definitely was a humbling experience. Like I said, coming from a big family is like we always didn't have a lot. You know, and one thing I have to give my parents credit on it was like they literally did everything in their power to make sure we were straight at the end of the day. Like you know,
Okay.
sometimes we didn't even know how it happened. Like we had food on the table, clothes on our back. And like I said, I knew early how important family was. So that's why to this day, it's like I'm very big on family. Like my nieces, my new nephew. I try to be close with all my family.
Thanks.
Because that's where home is. But to touch back on how I grew up, it's just you know a lot of people fell victim to what's around them, like what's around them. So it's like that crabs in the barrel, crabs in the bucket mentality.
Yeah, we
That's
tap
what a
in.
lot of people fall victim to. Like it's easy to pick up a pack, you know, and go sell weed, sell, you know what I'm saying, things like that. But it's not so easy to stay focused and really try to make it to that goal you got in life. You know what I'm saying? So that was something early I kind of fell victim to, you know, just doing things I wasn't supposed to because, you know, just being around that same mentality, that same behavior all my
Repeat
life. Yeah,
nothing.
it's a repeated cycle. But one of the biggest things that broke me out of it was just like, you know, my mom got really sick. You know, she got real sick, and it was like I started thinking like, you know, tomorrow not always promised. Like tomorrow
So
not always promised, and I knew how much I always wanted to do for her when I got older. So that's what kind of shaped me. Like, all right, I need to tighten up. You know, I really need to tighten up because like I said, I don't wanna put myself in a position where I would not be able to buy my mom a house. You know what I'm saying? That type of thing. If they take me away forever or somebody kill me or something like that, you know, now I'm taken away from my whole family. So that was one of the things that like really, like I said, already motivated me, and that's why I didn't fall victim all the way to everything else that was going on around me. And you know, and even to this day, you know, a lot of people still respect me and like my brothers, my family and stuff, even though, you know, we didn't partake in things that everybody else did, but they still respect us because we dared to be different, that type of thing. Like
for
that's what
sure.
that's people gotta respect that. You can't not respect it, you know what I'm saying? Especially if you come from the circumstances that they see, the same circumstances that they came from, and if anything, it should be motivating, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's how I
Yeah.
look at it.
I agree with that wholeheartedly. You know what I'm saying? It's all about finding ways to first you gotta acknowledge that you different from what everybody else got going on. That's what I
Mm-hmm.
had. Then you gotta find a way to separate yourself. Once you separate yourself, as long as you being genuine to yourself, people ain't got no choice but to respect that. You know what I mean? Of course it's gonna when people hate on you and they got something wrong to say, that means you're doing something right. You feel what I'm saying? Because
Yeah,
it time they're gonna always try to take you out the character. People try to take me out my character all the time.
exactly. And you know what? I'm glad. I just want to touch on that real quick. A lot of people get confused with being real is. What's real? You know, I look at it like this. People like having money and or toting a gun around everywhere you go and you know doing all that stuff. None of that stuff makes you real because a lot of people doing that stuff. You know, um, a lot of people doing that stuff probably didn't even come from that type of background. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that's not being real. Being real is sticking to what's in you and sticking to what you know. You know what I'm saying? Sticking to what you know and sticking to what's in your heart. Like that's being real. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why I know. That's why I said I'm still well respected. You know, around my neighborhood and everything like that because I stuck to what I know. I didn't try to go be somebody
Because
I was not.
you're not
You know what
nobody
I'm saying?
else. You know what I'm saying? You sticking to you.
Look, being true to yourself, that's gangster for me.
Yeah,
Like gangster ain't
you took
killing
it right
nobody and you know what I'm saying, selling
to
drugs.
family for sure. That's what I'm about
That's
to
not
say.
gangster.
The words right out, man.
Gangster taking care of your family, like that's gangster. You
Yeah,
feel me?
that's
Like
for sure. That's what the real OGs is doing. And
yeah,
sharing,
that's generational wealth.
I agree with that, man. Like, man, it's just it's so important, bro. And it's like it's not enough people. I don't feel like pushing it or really behind. Like I said, you see, I got my Nip shirt on today. That's somebody that I looked up to. You feel me? So
Oh yeah, I like that. Yeah, I'm not with that.
for
I
certain,
couldn't.
like,
I was trying to see what it was. I couldn't really.
it's a
Okay,
long be too good.
that's sweet. Yeah, I like that, man. Yeah, and
But
just like want to give a shout out to Miss Hill, Miss
yeah, she in the
Jessica
bit
Hill. You
out
know,
there that last song with her, man.
she definitely keep me in shape, man. She definitely keep me in shape mentally, physically, spiritually, everything. Like
Oh yeah, let's
just
tap
have.
in on start it up. Let's tap in on it. You know what I'm saying? How's that? How's
Uh,
motivating you and helping
yeah,
you?
just that it's like we compliment each other so well, and like it's so crazy. Like like I said myself, but a lot of other people like, yo, she's literally the female version of you. Like, so it's like that's what that's how we motivate each other because it's like we share so many of the same personal values and morals. It's like it just go hand in hand. So like that's why we're able to still, uh, be together and still excel at what we're trying to do in life, because we motivate each other instead of, how I've seen some people's situations or relationships where the one of the partners trying to always one up the other partner. Like, what type
Yeah.
of system that make? Y'all supposed to come up together, like, like I don't get it. Like,
Yeah.
it's crazy. Like, and us with family, relationships, everything. I see stuff like that, and it's like that's one of the biggest problems in our community. Like, everybody's trying to one up somebody instead of, you know what, you're a photographer, he's a rapper, he's an engineer. Why don't we do a studio? Why don't we build a studio together? Or why don't we, come on, we can do all this together. We can come up together. You feel me? Like, a lot of people don't think like that though. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy. Like, it's very crazy. Like, a lot of people don't think like that. But like I said, trading information, sharing resources, that type of thing. Cause like, people think you can start a business or doing something like that all on your own. You can, but it's not gonna be successful. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not gonna be as successful as somebody that has a trustworthy partner, business partner. You know what I'm saying? And trustworthy employees.
Yeah, something else important in my relationship is having somebody to tell you when you're wrong. You know what I'm saying? To
Mm-hmm.
call you your own BS. Because that's, for me, that's not. I'm real prideful. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. Like, when I'm full steam, sometimes I need to be told, "Hey, you gotta slow down," or "You could have did that this way," or whatever. And then I gotta
Yeah,
think. I'm not gonna tell you right at first. Until I really think
yeah.
about it. You know.
And even if you
So
want to
you
hear it at the time, it's gonna come back to you like, you know
yeah,
what?
around and you can realize.
I might do need to tighten up. You know what I mean? Being real chill. Accountability, holding yourself accountable. Like, that's what it's about. Holding yourself accountable. Yo, what's good, fam? Got my boy TJ on here. Yeah, it's just holding yourself accountable, man. That's what it's all about. Like, I got a video on my Instagram and my Facebook where I talked about, like, and this is like an accounting type of term. I took like 3 classes of accounting, so like
Yeah, I do myself.
I told what I said was, it's 2 types of people in this life. Like, I don't know if they're ready for this, John. This some different type of gym right here. Look, 2
Gonna
types
bring
of
them
people in
out.
this life. You got liabilities and you got assets.
I knew
I
that
said,
you was
which
gonna
one are
say
you?
much count.
And
Yes,
I
sir.
elaborated. Liability is somebody that, they're a debt. They're a debt. They're a nuisance. They cause decreasing in value and everything like that. That's a liability. An asset is someone who adds value, adds substance. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Adds, uh, economics to a situation or a thing or a person or whatever. That's an asset. So I told people, you want to be a leeching, nuising type of person, or you want to be a valuable person, somebody that adds value to somebody. That's somebody that can motivate people to higher standards. Like, that's what I meant by it. It's 2 types of people: um, liabilities and assets. Like, that's exactly what I meant by that. And no matter which way you look at it, that's how I literally feel. Like, because you got some people that genuinely add value to you. Like, it don't have to be financially. It could be spiritually. It could be mentally,
Mentally.
physically, whatever you want to, you know what I mean, whatever you want to call it. But you got a lot of people that's draining from you every time. They don't even hit you up. Only time they hit you up is when they want something. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? Or they
on.
cause more harm to you than they do good. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, people like that, man. You gotta. And that's why I say you gotta ask yourself: are you a liability or asset? You can turn it around. You can become an asset, but you
Yeah.
gotta. It's all about empowering yourself, though. You gotta empower yourself.
Yeah, man, I've experienced that so many times, man. When you a kind person, like, I wear
Yeah.
my heart on my sleeve, you feel me?
Hey,
So sometimes
Caleb.
you gotta be able to separate all that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You don't see it
that's
all the
right.
time, but it's people out here that, like I said, you can. Like I said, I just, man, I don't even know you. We keeping it a buck. You know what I'm saying? We keeping it a real buck. We down on this. This ain't no liability conversation. You know what I'm saying? This stuff is
Yes,
ongoing and
sir.
it, but
it,
and,
it,
it
it,
be
it really ain't.
people you know forever that's become liable. You know, liability. They just hanging on to that back pocket. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta realize that people they don't have the same mindset. They're not cut the same way. As much as you feel like, because sometimes with me, I feel like with people I've been around, I'm like, yo, you've been around me your whole life, or a certain X amount of time. So why aren't you thinking this type of way? You know what I'm saying? How are we even in the
Yeah.
same room together if you're not seeing this bigger picture?
Exactly.
And that's
And,
not to say
yep.
that negative about anybody else, but it's just me realizing I'm further than what's going on
Yep.
in whatever other circle,
And that's another thing I want to touch on. Like, it's funny you said that. I just recently did a video talking about that. How,
So,
think about, like, I told people, I like, if you really want to know who really in your corner and everything, just say no sometimes. Say no. Just say no. And I said that because you got a lot of people in your life that, like I said, they always want something, but they never want to give anything in return. So it's like you could tell them yes 99.9% of the time. That 100% of the time that you tell them no, then there's I don't mess with him, or bro, that ain't my dog. He not cool, or you ain't real. If you was real, you know what I'm saying, you would hold it down. But I'm like, did you just negate all the other 99% time that I came through for you? But now that I can't come through you, so you mad? That goes to show that you know what I'm saying, like, that's a just in case type of relationship. It's like I don't really fool this person for real like that. But I'm gonna consider them my friend just in case if I need them in the future. You know what I'm
because I
saying?
need
Like,
a
just in case, just in case if I need them. Oh, yo, man, you got 50 I can hold. All right, cool. You know what I'm saying? And half the time, you probably didn't expect it back because you already know that you probably not gonna get it back, or you just know, like, it is what it is. So it's like, but then, when it's come time for you might need them, they literally nowhere to be found. So it's like, that's why I said, it's like, that's why throw that no around there every now and then. You're gonna see who really on your side, like family, friends, relationships, anything. You're gonna know.
you get taught it mad early. For me, my first real time seeing that is just lunchtime when people be like, "You got 50 cents for the snack machine, bro." It's
Uh
some
huh.
cats that still owe me 50 and 75 cents. You know what I'm saying?
Ah.
You feel what I'm saying? But that's really your first time. It was my first time seeing something like that. You know what I'm saying? Just experiencing it.
Exactly. Like, that's exactly what I mean. Like, it's just you gotta know when to say no sometimes. Like, because I feel like, me personally, I fell victim to that a lot. But then it's like, something came on me where I was like, you know what? If it's something I'm really against doing or don't feel like doing anything, it's okay to say no sometimes, because I rather know who's around me that could accept that no than to not know, and then I'm spending all my time with just people that ain't really down for me. And that one time I tell them no, now it's like, I don't have nothing, because it's like I kept surrounding myself by leeches or people that, it's like I said, not adding value, not being an asset to me. Like,
That's just being around
life
people.
is too real to be around too many liabilities. Like, you know, I just got in a car accident. You know what I'm saying? The person didn't even have insurance. They ain't had no liability or nothing. So now, you know what I mean? Who we gonna hold liable to this? You know what I
No,
mean? So my insurance got to, cover the slack, but it's all good. I'm still alive. I'm
it
good. I'm
is.
still healthy. But
And you still
that's
sharing,
yep.
but
If I got
well,
legs, I'm gonna go get it.
there it is. I was about to say something. Let me get back on my thought.
I'm about to go ahead.
Yeah,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
for our liability conversation. Oh yeah, as far as people not being receptive to information, you know what I'm saying? I've dealt with people
Yeah.
like that. It is with me, I can't hold on. I can't take you somewhere,
Uh
or
huh.
I can't tell you how to do something that I've never done. You know what I'm saying? It's just like with
Read.
music. This is my example, you feel me? With I guess you would say record labels, whatever. Rapper own record labels. Okay, if I'm in this position of where I'm trying to get somewhere,
Yeah.
I'm trying to get there. I haven't got there yet. So what do I look like with people under me trying to help them get to somewhere that I've never been there, I've never experienced, that I can't help you with? You know what I'm saying?
That's you hit that right on the head, man. You hit that right on the head, like, and
Me, I
that's
got
my biggest thing. Mhm.
I got to
Yeah.
get in the mud, got to bring it back. You feel me? Because I'm not going.
Yeah.
Why would I put you somewhere and then you looking at me as a boss and you asking me, yo, what do I do? I don't know, bro. I've never been there. You feel me? So let me go through it.
Wow.
Let me experience what I got to experience, so I can come back and you don't have to go through these same things. I mean, if you could choose to, but I'm gonna give you the
Uh huh.
information make sure that you don't. You dig what I'm saying?
That's facts. And while we kind of on that type of stuff, I seen an Instagram post. I ain't gonna lie. I seen an Instagram post, and it really opened my eyes to something crazy. Like, you know how most people say in like a friendship or like a relationship, anything like that, the biggest thing is communication, right?
Yeah, yeah,
But
that's light.
the post was like the biggest thing in like a relationship or something like that is not uh communication. It's actually comprehension. It's the other
Okay,
C word. Because
okay.
think about it, you can talk to somebody till you blue in the face. You have to talk back and forth, but nothing is being receptive. Nothing is being received. Nothing. You're not taking an out of it because you're not comprehending
Yeah,
what you're conversing about. You know what I'm saying? So that's why when I seen that, I was like, you know what? That makes perfect sense. Comprehension is the number one. Because
yeah,
if you're not comprehending, like I said, you can talk to you blue in the face, but at the end of the day, you might not get nothing solved because you or the other person not comprehending what's being conversed. And I feel like, just anything like business, anything, if the comprehension is not there, how are you going to conduct proper business? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you gotta, like, that's why, like at work, I got customers come in, it might be Hispanic or something like that. And sometimes I might have to turn them over to somebody that's Spanish speaking. But sometimes I might pull out my little Google Translate, you know what I'm saying? And
yeah,
I'm working a deal with them, you know what I'm saying? I'm
yeah,
gonna get it somehow. So
yeah,
it's like it's
yeah.
just all about comprehension though. But you can't negotiate if you can't comprehend what's going on. You feel me? Like, so that's something big I just picked up on.
I think that's the gem of the day right there, bro. Because I ain't even think about
Like,
it. Man, that's like somebody telling you all day, yo, it's about to rain. It's gonna rain. It's gonna rain. You go outside, you ain't got no jacket on.
I got you. Okay, I got you. You ain't comprehending though.
That's the same. I like that one. I'm gonna start using that. I like that, man.
It's comprehension, bro. The other C word. You feel me?
For sure.
Like comprehension.
And I'm sitting here, you talking about conversation, the biggest one. I'm like, yeah, yeah, sure is. Then you hit me with that one. Okay,
Ah,
man. Oh yeah, I'm using that one. I like that, man. Don't be
yeah,
surprised.
I had to throw that out there, man, for everybody tuning in. I had to throw that out there because
For
that
sure.
might be the difference between the level of what type of relationship you got going on. Like just simply being willing to comprehend, willing to understand where the other person is coming from. You gotta be able to do that because even if you don't agree, you can agree to disagree all day long, but you got to be able to comprehend what's going on. Like, you know what I mean? That's
So,
one of the biggest things, in my opinion. Like,
hey, yo, do you read a lot? That's like I don't know if that's a weird question. I just like to ask people that.
you know what? I hate to say it, man. That's something I'm working on, but I don't like. I used to read a lot of books, but that's something I'm actually in process of now. Just reading more books and just. I mean, I read a lot of like uh, different like blogs and
Yeah,
articles and magazines, stuff like that pertaining to like business and religion, all type. I do a lot of that. Like, I'm gonna be honest. I'm not. I haven't gotten into like the Bible yet, or just like reading a lot of books like I used to. So that's something I'm definitely working on. But I do a lot of reading, like as far as like informational type of things. Like
yeah.
I read up on a lot of stuff like that. Not per se books wise, but that's something I'm definitely implementing into my routines. Like, because it's just all about knowledge. Like it's amazing how much knowledge is being kept inside a book that a lot of people don't know about because they don't open it. You know what I'm saying? Like, somebody
Well,
can have $1,000 in a book, and the book could be sitting on that shelf for 10 years. You would never have that $1,000 because you never opened the book.
yeah, man. I got like a list of books that I said I want. I haven't found the discipline yet to really get into it. And then one of
Yeah,
my boys, he didn't throw me like every book for the free that I
yeah,
didn't said I wanted to read. So I got like a whole bunch of PDFs on my phone that I got to tap into. Autobiography of Malcolm X and Art of War and all these different things that I haven't
yeah.
read yet.
That's tough right there. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah,
That's what I'm definitely pushing towards doing. I'm gonna be honest. Like I kind of fell off from reading like books and everything like that. But I'm always like trying to sharpen myself, like on this knowledge, like no matter what it is, like my profession, anything. Like I'm just always willing. I just like knowing things, like
yeah.
because that's just I'm the type of person that is like I can feel like I have everything, and I'm still gonna want more because it's like I just like learning. I love to learn about things. Like I love learning.
Well,
I
bro,
wasn't even a big person in school, but it's like I just
me
love to
either.
learn. Like you know,
I'm gonna challenge you as well as challenging myself into getting into this reading thing and sharing books with each other. You know what I'm saying? And
oh, okay. Challenge accepted, man. I'm gonna take it, man. I gotta start somewhere.
For sure. Man, for the book for me, which is super funny, to have me like, yo, I need to start reading this. It's super funny. You gonna laugh. The autobiography of Gucci was like the first book that I
Gucci,
really sat down and got
that's
into, and
crazy,
I'm like, I need to read some more books, man.
man. Gucci intelligent. That's an intelligent dude, man. He's very intelligent. Like people don't give him credit for his intelligence. Like, you know, yeah, he's
That's,
very intelligent.
I don't know if you've been watching the No Limit Chronicles or whatever. Master P, like one of my
Not
big,
yet. Uh-huh.
He do a lot, like
Oh yeah,
all own that nobody else is doing it. It's like, why aren't people really paying attention to him? Like he been doing little interviews and he been promoting. P got his own rice, his own pancake mix, and cereal. P got everything.
man, man. Master P, one of the most underrated. I don't even know what they call him, like entrepreneur. I'm just calling him an entrepreneur that in history because who you know that played in the NBA before.
It is
You know what I'm
so
saying?
made
The
movies.
rap, wrote books, record label, produced, directed. Like he's done everything you could possibly clothing, fashion, like you know, he tapped into every type of like major realm that's you know in our, today's society. He's been doing that since the '90s. Like you know what I'm saying. So like that's why I always looked up to him. Like my dad loves Master P. Like you know, I've been on him since we was yay high. Like me and little bro Reed that's on here. We've been since yay high. We've been tapped into the No Limit movement. Like
Oh yeah, shit. I'm country, so I'm already. I'm hip to all of it. You know what I'm saying?
uh-huh.
And then we got exposed to that real early too with just the Romeo show, like seeing Romeo be on there. You know what I'm saying? P was on
Yeah, I
Nickelodeon
used to watch that junk.
for sure. He
Romeo
said,
show.
"Harder, Hustle Smarter" by 50 Cent is a true gem. I heard about that
Oh yeah.
on Button podcast. I think they had an audio book on like Apple Music, but I don't know if they took it off because I don't see it in my library no more.
I'm not sure. Oh, little bro just posted a book. He said we should read Hustle Harder, Hustle
That's why.
Smarter. Huh?
That's why I was just reading.
Okay, yeah. Yep. Yeah, I gotta read. I definitely gotta read that joint.
Yeah, I heard that joint was sweet though. Joe Budden was talking about that.
I gotta read that joint. For real. Like, yeah, man. Life is what you make of it, man. It's literally what you make of it. Like you set the tone, set the pace for everything in your life, and that's one of the biggest things I picked up on. You know, I'll say the main time I picked up on it was when I came home from college. You know, I told myself, I said, man, I gotta stop making so many excuses for myself and just take control of my life as much as I can. A lot of things we can't control in life, but the things we can control, that's the things we gotta worry about the most. You know what I'm saying? Like some things take care of itself, but only thing I can do is just dictate how much grind I put in, how much effort I put in, and like the rest gonna follow. Like you know, like a lot of people they grind for certain achievements and goals, but I feel like when you do that, that's how you become complacent because once you reach that goal, then what? You gonna stop grinding, you gonna stop going hard. So that's why I've been betting in my mind every single day. Like from this point forward, when I came home, I told myself every single day I got to do something productive. It could be anything. It could be reading, making some money, dropping knowledge. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, anything. Like it could be anything productive. I got to do something productive every single day that I'm on this earth. Or it's like if you waste the whole 24 hours without being productive, it's like you got to look yourself in the mirror. Like, all right, did I really just do that? Because this day it's not promised. Not promised.
A deposit in your mind is just as important as a deposit in the bank to me.
There you go. That is the bank. You know what I mean?
Well, you got any? I don't want to hold you all day. I'm sure we could go all day long for certain. Any final words that you want to leave with the people?
Some I was just fooling. I was fooling around like it was a little while ago. I was just like, I kept saying like somebody kept saying, man, I gotta get to the bag, man. I gotta get to the bag. I was like, it was just so they kept saying it. I'm like, yo, just chill. Like I said, stop trying to chase the bag. Like you know what I'm saying. Like become the bag. Like you know what I'm saying. I told myself I need to become the bag because think about it. If you chasing the bag and that bag you getting further and further and further and further, you could just be in a rat race the rest of your life trying to chase the bag. When if you become the bag, all eyes on you. You know what I mean? They coming to you. You the bag. You know what I mean? They trying to invest into you instead of you trying to invest and sow into everything else. You should be the investment. You know, so that's what I said. Liabilities, assets. Like that's ties into that. Like
Yeah, that's
just
full.
becoming the bag. That's what I'm trying to do. Not chase the bag, become the bag.
Yeah,
So
yeah, that,
if you don't take nothing else from this, don't chase the bag, become the bag. That's I guess that's what I got as far as my final words. Like, you know, you got anything you want to get it people, man?
man. Hey, look, if you knew better, do better. That's what I got to tell
Yes,
them. You know,
sir.
like I said, the movement is enemy 1,000 nights, and
Uh
that's
huh.
just how it's going to be. We're gonna keep staying up. We're not gonna ever sleep on it. You know what I mean?
Uh huh.
They already know how I'm rocking with it. You feel
Yes,
me?
sir.
So
Yes, sir.
come with,
Keep,
we gonna keep.
one last thing, one last thing. My bad, my bad. Not to cut y'all out. Last thing, like I said, like, remember I was telling you about my new move. Well, my new I guess you call it webisode I started back like a year or two ago, and I got
Sure.
away from it. I got away from it. The life in Richtown. It's not just about Richtown. It's the 804 area, surrounding areas, everything. I want to give more exposure to what's going on. Like, you know, I'm coming. I don't care if I got to come to your hood, anything. Like, I want to talk face to face with people about what they got going on, what they're trying to do with themselves, and what they're trying to, you know, implement out here. Just giving people more exposure, like, because we have so much talent in our surrounding area, like, and a lot of people don't get to see it because the lack of support, the lack of, you know, what I'm saying, like I said, trading resources. So I feel like if there's anything I can do in my power to help circulate those connections and networking, I just that's what I want to do. You know,
It
so
is, man. They
be on the
only
lookout for that, y'all.
they only broadcasting bad things. It's up to us to put the good out there. You feel me?
Yes, sir.
'Cause a lot of poison. We got to put the positive out. That's all I can say for it. You
Yes,
know,
sir.
and keep striving for greatness.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I appreciate you, man.
So thanks,
Real.
bro. Coming up here for building, for sharing. Like you got me right now with the comprehension and becoming the bag is that's what's keeping me through
Oh man, there you
the
go. He already got locked in, man.
for
He
sure.
already got locked in. Like I said, and this is what's great about this for you because each person that you allow to come on here, you can take so much different information from. So every chance I get, like, you know, from here on out, I'm trying to tune in too because I'm trying to get back up on some game about some things. Like when people come talking about what they got going on and just different aspects of life that they know about that I might know about.
So,
I gotta hear it. You know what I mean?
I appreciate it, man. So that's what the whole mission is, just to give people something different. You know what I'm saying? Something that's gonna brain food. That's what I call it. So hey,
There you go.
and we got the soundtracks to it. We got everything. We're gonna keep it
Yes,
going.
sir.
Freestyle coming back. I'm finna start putting the
Oh yeah, I
podcast
need to get in that.
on SoundCloud. I'm finna put these on SoundCloud so people can just listen to the audio while they at work.
Okay.
I want to make it more available. Everything gonna be available. I'm not stopping. I'm working on new albums. We not stopping anything. You know what I'm saying? And I'm about to secure this degree in the fall. So yeah,
Ah, my
you
boy,
feel me?
what you gonna do?
You said what? Breaking up a little. You breaking up? What'd you say? Hey, bro, phone overheating. What you said? Degree business management. You're business management.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, you good now? If the business ain't right, it just nothing right. You know, I'm trying to management. You well rounded into all the different aspects of business. So like I was telling my girl yesterday, I'm like, you know, just having the knowledge to if I have somebody else doing something, I want to still know how to do it myself. Because how am I gonna know what they doing right
Exactly.
or wrong if I don't know about it myself?
You can always be dependent on that person. Yeah, you can always be dependent. Yep.
Most definitely.
Yep.
I'm your jump is breaking up just a little bit, but I don't want it to lag out again. I'll let you go ahead for the rest of the Sunday. You feel me? I appreciate
Appreciate
you
it.
for coming up here. and I'm gonna throw this on YouTube within
Can you
like
hear me?
the next 24, 48 hours for sure, and it's in and out. Bro, you froze. It don't froze for real. Hey, but look, I'm gonna tap in with you offline. I appreciate you for coming up here. Keep tuning in.
Yeah, appreciate you. If you watched the whole video, go ahead, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what your favorite gem was in this episode. You know what I'm saying? Subscribe to that channel, turn that notification bell on so you won't miss next week's episode because we coming right back. I swear to you. Once again, Freestyle Friday is coming back. Season 2, YouTube, Instagram. And also for everybody who likes this audio podcast, whatever, we finna put $1 million conversations on SoundCloud. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna come in soon within the next month. Expect that. Big vibes only, you know. Enemy 1000 nights for life. I'm in good energy right now, you know what I'm saying? Hey, tap in $1 million conversations, baby. One down.